The Farmington mass UFO sighting marks 70 years. Were the UFO seen by so many in the middle of the day something of extraterrestrial origins, or could they have been something with an earthly explanation? This week marks the 70th anniversary of the intriguing UFO event that took place in Farmington, New Mexico. Beginning on March 16, 1950, and continuing for 3 days, hundreds of residents across Farmington reported seeing an armada of flying saucers in the sky in broad daylight. The object would show up between 11 a.m. noon each day like clockwork. Some described how the object would zip around and play tag at almost unbelievable speeds. This reminds me of what took place over in Nuremberg, Germany in the 1600s, when they saw UFOs fighting over their heads, and some of them fired onto the others, and they came crashing onto areas outside of the city. But anyway, going back to this, Clayton Bodie, a former Army captain who was business manager of the Daily Times at the time of the incident, estimated that the objects were flying at an altitude of approximately 15,000 feet. And all of a sudden, he said, I noticed a few moving objects high in the sky. Moments later, there appeared hundreds of them to be there. Hundreds of them. The paper was inundated with calls from witnesses, many of whom described a single red object that appeared to be leading the others. Marlo Webb from the Perry Smoke Chevrolet garage was quoted as saying that the objects had moved sideways, on edge, and at every conceivable angle. He said this was what made it easy to determine that they were saucer-shaped. The official government investigation later concluded that what people had seen were remnants of high-altitude U.S. Navy skyhook balloon. However, most of the witnesses remained unconvinced because balloons, obviously, Navy balloons don't go like zipping across the sky like that. Even today, 70 years on, the Farmington sightings continue to remain shrouded in mystery. This is on Unexplained Mysteries, and Phil Darrell image here. This is from Unexplained Mysteries, and it's on Bennett Reality. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.